feeling like the president, but I can't vote, boy. Picked him out from miles away, he in my scope, boy. How you speaking on my name and making no noise?
Are you familiar with Steve's Thomas brothers from the Trinity team?
Yeah, I seen him on your podcast. I'm seeing him on a couple of little interviews, and he kind of, I ain't gonna say he rubbed me the wrong way, but he ain't got his facts together. He's very hypocritical to me. You see what I'm saying? You can sit here and say you forgiving and all this kind of stuff, but you basing your judgment off of hearsay and just what you may think, how you feel. I think this is what I think. I may be assuming just what I think about dude. I think dude feel like he knows C ain't do it, but the fact that C don't want to say nothing about it, okay, well, you gotta, you know, you want to play with dirt, you gotta get its germs in. You see what I'm saying? So you're gonna have to sit your ass up in there since you don't want to say nothing about what happened to my brother. You know, and just when we talking about this, see, he get on these platforms and he talk about what C did and his brother this and his brother that. What he don't know, his brother is the one started all that shit in the club, man. His little brother got up there talking crazy to the wrong goddamn people. And he thought he was gonna get a pass. I don't know what he thought, he was high and mighty or whatever the hell he thought, but he went to talking crazy in there, and unfortunately he lost his life. You know what I'm saying? And but it was a fight at first. You feel me? And we actually went to that club because they put on the radio. See, I mean, Soldier Slim had something at that club that night too. But they put C on the flyer. So C was like, "You gonna put me on a flyer? Where my money at?" You know what I'm saying? You trying to get people in the building off my name, off my likeness. So we went there to ask the people who run in the club, what's up with that? So they agreed to whatever. It's too late to bring the shit back. And as we walking out, that little boy talking about, man, F all these, whatever. He got words to say, and they jumped on him. He was with some real steppers that night. You see what I'm saying? Everybody know these steppers is the same people who Gangster was beefing with. That's who he was with.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? So that's what gonna happen to you when you doing stuff like that around them kind of people, man. That's what I gotta say about it. You know what I mean? Now with that like that little bodyguard, that little bouncer they had, and that supposedly recanted his story and all this kind of stuff. That your boy talking about, he talked to him too now and all this stuff. Man, there's a whole lot of stuff, man. They was just trying to, like I said, Harold Lee was trying to get his man, and they pull out all the punches on him, man. Put all out the punches on him, man. They was getting people. They had one time somebody, that's why he had so many chances in court, because everybody they was getting wasn't credible witnesses. So they was just coercing these people into saying something. And you got to look at this element, Jeezy. When you in a club like that, in a situation like that, and something happens, who everybody in the club know? They don't know who the hell Wango is from who Rock is. They don't know who Rock is from who Boo is, and so on and so on and so on. They only know one goddamn person, C Murder. You see what I'm saying? And that's the same thing happened with Mac. You don't know Mac uncle. You don't know the entourage. You just know Mac. So when something happened like that, the name ringing is C. That was, matter of fact, that was my birthday that night. After that happened, we leave. I leave and go with my partner, my other partner, with Gillingham. I go meet Gillingham and Kenner somewhere at one of them damn clubs. I forget the name of the club. So I go in Kenner, and next thing you know, I can remember who it was. Mo. P-Town Mo. P-Town Mo come walking up in there, and P-Town Mo see my boy Gillian like, man, see Murder just killed somebody at the club over there across the river. First thing I'm on my mind, man, C ain't do that, man. Y'all need to kill that shit right now, because there's going to be a whole room out. And that's what happened, man. It had a room out saying that C was the one did it. I think that was on a Sunday or Saturday. And it was Wade Thursday when you pick up C from a trespassing charge in the House of Blues. So if it was so much C murder and you had eyewitnesses, why you didn't get C murder the second? Why you put a warrant out for his arrest? Why?
Hmm.
Why you do none of that? You know, so that's my issue with that guy, man. He just get on there. He ran about what he heard in jail and what somebody told him. The situation with Flowers. We talking about they was gonna accept they was gonna accept his confession, right? They said he was gonna accept Flowers' confession, but then they came back and said, "Well, we gonna accept your confession, but we going for the death penalty." What else you think a motherfucker gonna do if you tell him you gonna give him the death penalty? I'm
Right.
about to take that shit back, man.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, I fucked it up for seeing us tonight. Nobody can confess any goddamn way now because you ain't credible. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's the problem. I think that's the reason why they holding C Murder in jail, because they know he ain't do it, but you don't want to help them out. This what's gonna happen to you, man. And that's what I think. That's the bad part about it, man.
No, bitch ain't bigger than the program. Bitch ain't bigger than the program. Bitch ain't bigger than the program. Next time you need to remember. Bitch ain't bigger than the program. I ain't no nigga bigger than the program.